Chat, I had to pick the right one. Hello, welcome. Poketel, hello. Let me turn on some music. I actually have all this like pre-ready here. So let me know if it's too loud. Ivy, hello. Poketel, hello. We'll give everybody just a couple more minutes to get in here. And then we'll get some fun, but let me know how music is. Lar, hello, welcome. I love your profile picture. It's adorable, Kirby. So yeah. Hello, welcome everyone. 2025, last stream of 2025 even, which is wild to see. Also chat, in true fashion, music's good. Okay, cool. In true fashion, my CSS broke for my chat. So that's why it's like super like the border, like the message blocks themselves are like really dark and not transparent. I'll have to fix that at some point. I'm just, you know what? Future problem, as always. So yeah, chat, last stream of the year. I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna share, you guys are gonna get to see my awesome desktop wallpaper, and we're gonna talk about a lot of things today. It's just gonna be a yap sesh though. I don't plan on doing any gaming. Well, maybe I might shiny hunt, we'll see. But we'll see how long my yapping goes. I've gotten to the point where I can yap pretty good, you know, just by, I don't know, just yapping. So, all right, gamers, it's time to take a look back at 2025. Did we hit our goals? If you guys remember, every year I try to put like a goal on like for us to hit. So let me share my monitor problem. You say future problems, if future wasn't 7.5 hours from now. You know, a future problem. Also, bio, hello. So, I've got, if you guys haven't seen this, let me hide some stuff. This is my, yeah, here, one second. Let me hide my stuff. This isn't my full desktop, but you guys can see, this is most of it. Your Pokemon fan games 26, I'm going to talk about that. Stay tuned, and I am going to talk about that a lot, quite extensively, actually. So yeah, this is my somewhat pseudo wallpaper. So first things first, chat, let me open up this. So you guys can't see. Let me move some of this stuff around. Chat, this is why I like transparency, and I'm not getting the transparency I wish for, but this is fine. We can leave it like this because I don't think there's anything too much on this end. All right, 2025 goals, baby. Everybody give a clap. Everybody clap in chat. We didn't hit a single one. Face cam, what do you mean? My face is right on there. We didn't hit a single goal, baby. Third year in a row. All jokes aside, we actually didn't hit a single goal. And it's on me entirely. To be honest, it was a little, so I should probably talk about like a few things this year that happened. As you guys know, 2025 was pretty rough for the channel in general. I had quite a few health issues, and I took I took a lot of breaks throughout the year, even though most of them were just short breaks. I didn't pace myself, and there was a lot of burnout this year in general with a couple things on the channel. It was to the point, so I'll let you guys know this now. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere, but like it was to the point, it was so bad that I have a video recorded that is still in my like YouTube's video of me just saying, hey, I'm done being on YouTube. From just, like I said, burnout. There was a lot of stress involved. Just a lot of like health issues too, that I wanted to like get better, like, you know, physically and mentally and stuff like that. That contributed to a lot of the goals not being hit. And just in general, like I said, I've always been a person that has had the same type of thought processes. If you're starting to treat like this as a job, it becomes less fun, and I definitely got to that point this year again, and I definitely had to take a step back. Luckily, my girlfriend talked to me, and she convinced me to do the hiatus I took towards November. And And as a result, I do think it ended up being better. I came back fresher, and obviously I'm a lot more energized. We also had a lot of hardware issues. If you guys don't know, one of my SSDs, well, specifically one of my hard drives died. It was actually my Steam hard drive. I had a couple other things on there too, which we will get to in just a second. But yeah, not really excuses or anything, but I definitely 2025 it sucked. It sucked a lot. It sucked a lot for me mentally. So I didn't put really any emphasis on any of the goals like I thought I would. You know, at the beginning of the year, I started streaming a lot to the point where I was like streaming almost every day for a good chunk of time. And I had a lot of ideas going into 2025 that I wanted to do, just in terms of like playthroughs and stuff like that. And I don't think we did any of them, like, at all, actually. And a lot of it, like I said, was just because of burnout. So yeah, we didn't hit any of these goals. And you can see where we were at in 2025. I don't know what I'm at on Twitch wise, but I'm just gonna copy this real quick and put it over here in 2026. I am current at, we're gonna put nothing here. I do like having goals to like strive for. I think we're like 155 or 151, something like that. And I can tell you what we're at YouTube wise in like 2 seconds. That is the wrong option. Where is studio? YouTube studio. I have to make sure I'm not doxing myself. We're at 3931. So we gained like 300-ish subs throughout the entire year, which is pretty rough. But it's not all doom and gloom, like I said. Let me find, where were we at? Like I said, 2025 was really ambitious, just in general, for the channel. And taking a break definitely helped a lot. So I'm not too worried about the goals. I really wanted to do some awards towards the end of the year, but I couldn't find any good awards. It's hard to give awards. So yeah, I that was axed. One thing that was done is, believe it or not, the ROM hack was created. I can't remember when part 1, like covering the first 3 gems. I can't remember when Project Nova released. I don't know if I hit this deadline, but Project Nova 1.21, well, that was the final version, did come out. I am excited to say part 2 will be out soon. I have to do some touching up, and I have to, so, we'll go ahead and, I'll talk about Project Nova later. Project Nova V2 release. We'll get to that in a second. I'll put that down here. So, I will say, it's not gonna have gems 4 through 6 in it. It's only gonna have 2 gems, but it's a lot of content, I promise. Also, yeah, because of how much I've changed Project Nova, there's not gonna be a complete Johto overhaul either. There's enough in the game. But I do have ideas. Let's see, based on the Rise playtest, add more moves per patch, ideally 20 new moves. Yeah, I did all this. All right, our future projects. So for 2025, I was burnt out on shiny hunting. And yeah, I was burnt out. Scarlet and Violet burnt me out pretty good bit of shiny hunting early on in the year. So I kind of took a little bit of a break. I did end up finishing what I wanted to do, which was like back in 2024, which was have Scarlet and Violet's entire Pokedex done, like shiny Pokedex done before Legends ZA did. And I do have that done. So we did do that. I'm not currently burnt out, but I will talk about Legends ZA. It won't be any spoilers, so you don't have to worry about that. But let me top in Legends ZA talk. Legends ZA shiny stuff. It's not going to be spoilers or anything like that. It's just kind of where I'm at on that. I didn't do Kaizo Ironmon like I thought I would. I didn't do any Drayano hacks. I didn't beat every game with a Venusaur. I couldn't really find a good medium for this that I really enjoyed doing. To talk about like Kazo Ironmon and Drayano hacks, I'll be blunt, I have been really burnt out on nuzlocking things. I think last year, let me look at the playlist. Did I do a single nuzlocke last year? Because I did a cage lock. Let me do this real quick. Bonanza, we did the Heart Gold Egg Lock. Apollo wasn't. We did a Soul Link with Aaron. I did the 6-Mon Challenge. Realitia, Myth, KUP, yeah, that's actually it. That's all we did this year. Man, we did not do a lot. That is for sure. Yeah, I didn't do a single Nuzlocke this year. Not a single Nuzlocke. I don't know. I just haven't felt like Nuzlocks have been that challenging recently to begin with. And even doing in hardcore, they haven't really been super challenging. So yeah, we did the egg lock at the beginning of the year, or it's like middle of the year. Obviously, we're doing another egg lock, an egg lock cage lock at the beginning of next year. Literally, we'll draft it this Saturday. Other than that, though, I would not expect to see any hardcore Nuzlocks or anything like that on the channel. And I wouldn't expect an egg lock the year after. Not because I'm burnt out on them, just to kind of give me a little bit of a break. And give Poketel a little bit of a break, because she's been the one that's adding eggs to everything, and this one's going to be a lot. By the way, chat, thank you guys so much for submitting eggs. I can't remember our total number. It was like 212, 224. I don't know. It was some even number, though. So we got a lot of eggs to get by. So, yeah, I didn't do any of those. I didn't do crowd control like I wanted to do either. I just didn't have enough time to look into this, which is really sad. Because I do think this is going to be fun. I can't believe the absolute mess of the White 2 grass lock was over a year ago. Yep. The White 2 grass lock was August 11th, 2024 was the last updated for it. Yep. So I didn't, like I said, we did do the egg lock in Heart Gold Soul Silver. I didn't do this 5 eggs per members and 2 eggs per everyone else. I can't remember exactly what we ended up doing for that, but yeah, it's supposed to come out in 2026, 2027. Are you going to play it? If you're talking about mainline game, yes, I will play Gen 10. I don't want to talk about spoilers though, but I will kind of go over some of that stuff later on. But yeah, I will play it when it comes out, unless I die, which, knock on wood, hopefully that's not going to happen. So, ROM hacks. Didn't do Gaia Randomizer. I do think this is fun, and I do actually want to do this. I do want to do this, because Gaia is like one of the older series in the channel. It was the second, or the first true Nuzlocke I did. I think it would be fun. Re-Illuminated Platinum did not come out. We did do Realitia System and Apollo, though, so we did do that. So that's always cool. And I didn't do Polished Crystal. I actually don't even remember what this is. Let me... Chat, let me look at what Polished Crystal is. Because I don't remember this. Pokemon Polished Crystal. Let me see. Agent make feel like, yeah. It looks like it's just... Well, it's still putting out stuff, so maybe we'll do Pokemon Polished Crystal this year. ROM hacks to play. With Glitter Apollo, yeah. Yep. Let me go back here. So maybe we'll play that. This year. Zelda stuff. OT Rando. Giga Rando when ship gets version 3.0. Hey, guess what? Giga Rando was supposed to go straight. I was actually going to do this like a couple days ago. And I ended up doing Master of Time instead. I do want to do Giga Rando next year though. So yeah, and if you don't know what a Giga Rando is, everything's randomized. Let me put Zelda, just to put that down. Ha. There we go. All right. So let me talk about Wind Waker and what happened with Wind Waker. So I actually, let me hopefully not dox myself here. I didn't. Sweet. I thought I had this open specifically for this. So I actually, at the end of 2024, had this commissioned, and I do have it. Where is it? One sec, chat. I promise I'm not just on the fly. I have so many files, it's absurd. So yeah, I have a thumbnail and everything made for it. I've had this since 2024 or like early 2025. I need to play it. The problem. So earlier I said that my hard drive, oops, sorry chat. My hard drive did go bad. Simu was what I was going to play Wind Waker with. Would you believe Simu was on that hard drive that went bad? And unfortunately, Wii U emulators are not as easy to mess with as Game Boy Color emulators. And there's licensing keys and all this other stuff that you have to do. So I have to redo that. So Wind Waker, I do still want to do. It probably will happen next year, but I don't want to make any promises on that just because I got to remember where to get the license key and set it all up. So yeah, there's that. Rando, I might still mess with Rando. MM is a game I have 100%ed once in my youth, but I don't remember that much about it. I don't know how interesting Rando would be at this point in time. But maybe it's worth doing, although I am also kind of somewhat feeling burnout on normal OOT Rando, so maybe that'd be a good change of place. Minish Cap, maybe I'll do Minish Cap instead of Wind Waker for the year. Maybe I'll do one of these two. We'll see. Chat, when was the last Tears of the Kingdom playthrough? Tears of the Kingdom stream? Does anyone remember? By chance? Has it been 2 years? When did Tears of the Kingdom come out? Mystery Dungeon. Tears of the Kingdom. 2023. It's been about 3 years. So it's probably about time to do another like story Zelda. So yeah. I'll probably do one of these two. I just don't know which one. Let me. Whoops. We'll do one of those two. I just don't know which one. Do not know which one, chat. Please. All right, collab. So we did the Soul Link with Aaron. If you guys don't remember, it was horrible. Not because of Aaron. I love Aaron. He's such a swell guy. It went horrible because we kept breaking the game. If you don't know, we played. Oh God, what was it that we played? It was a crystal hack. I had it looked at, Crystal Clear. It was Crystal Clear. We played Crystal Clear, and that game really doesn't support rare candy cheating and hacks, and we didn't want to grind, so we added rare candies. And it was a really fun series. It was funny. But yeah. More fried FCG collabs. I actually don't think we did that many this year. Unmitigated disaster, yeah. We didn't do that many this year. We did more, obviously, than last year, because last year is when we started doing them. But yeah, we did have some. We don't have anything planned currently. But yeah, I do want to talk about collabs as well. Let me put notes here. I want to put a little thing, collabs. As you guys know, I did say in 2025, I wanted to cut back on collabs. I don't think there was a single new person I did a collab with the entire year. I think all my collabs were people we did stuff with previously. And yeah, we didn't do, other than the Fried Chicken Gang, we didn't do that much. And like I said, I'll talk about collabs more a little later. We definitely did more than 5, but it was more of with the Fried Chicken Gang and some other people. We did play Lethal Company a handful of times. I do remember that. All right, chat. So random channel things. I don't think I rated a single person. I did do this though. For anyone that's a VOD watcher, you guys can be thanking me. Every stream, I do remove the starting soon screen. I don't remove it entirely. I leave like 1 or 2 seconds on there, but I do this. So that way VOD watchers don't have to sit through a 5-minute or 3-minute starting soon screen. I've also stopped starting early. For those that remember 2024, I would start stream 5 minutes ahead of time. I've stopped doing that entirely. The reason why is YouTube pushes out your video 15 minutes before, and that was cutting into that. Super chat goals idea. We didn't raid anyone, so that was out. We didn't really do this. This kind of got moved to members. Bonus streams. I actually cut back a lot of streams. This no one really cared that much, to be fair. Super long super chat goals. I don't get that many super chats to begin with, so that's also kind of got axed. Model 3.0 sneak peeks. I do want to talk about Model 3.0 just a little bit. I'm not going to harp on it too much. So Model 3.0 was supposed to be out by now. Unfortunately, it has been delayed, hopefully till early next year. Lewin has been busy with schoolwork, and I have told him to focus on schoolwork instead of the model. The model's paid for. I do have to find someone to rig the model. But if you're wondering why there has not been a 3.0 model, that is why. And one thing as well is we kind of went back to the drawing board on it a couple months ago. And it kind of like reset the entire thing. It's like being a game developer, and you know, you like get so far and then someone's like, hey, actually, and then yeah, it just ended up doing this. So yep. All right, chat, more regular uploads and less shorts. Chat, how many regular uploads do you guys think I did all through 2024? Or sorry, 2025. Let me tell you, I did a solid 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not counting those. 5, 6, 7. I did 7 videos. 7 videos, chat. I did stop uploading shorts, with the exception of a handful of things like the Egglock stuff and a few other things I've messed around with. Short stream discontinued. I did stop doing short streams for a bit and then started doing them again, so yeah. Update membership perks, lols. Hey, would you believe I'm gonna update membership perks again, but this time good stuff or some more stuff. Yeah, we'll just put that there. So short streams, I probably will keep doing those, but I do want to talk about Twitch streams in a minute. We did truffle testing. I really liked truffle. As you guys know though, the dev stopped supporting it in favor of a web browser for some reason. And when YouTube did the UI change to be able to do short streams, actually it wasn't even that, it was like the change before that. When they changed something with the chat, it completely broke BTTV and it broke Truffle. So we do have something now that is a substitute, and I do like it a lot. Minus the fact that, like, you know, CCCV, or like the CCS broke on it today, but yeah. Unfortunately, Truffle did die. We did use it for a good chunk. So there's that. Streaming equipment, I did swap to an iPhone for capture. I do think it is better. It's easier on the PC, even though it doesn't matter at this point. We got a new mic. I upgraded my Blue Yeti to Wave 3. I can't remember what this is called. And we did launch merch. So there's that. Also, chat, let me copy merch here for an unrelated reason. Merch. Wow. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, we did a lot. 2025 was ambitious. Like I said, there was a lot of health issues, mental health issues that really kind of plagued the year, which is really unfortunate. It caused me to not stream as much towards the end of the year. And I think in 2026, we'll probably be moving more towards that. I do want to do more video things and stuff like that. I want to take a look back at everything that I did for 2025 And chat, for those that were here for 2025, I am curious what y'all's like favorite stream, video, any of that stuff was. My favorite thing that I did this entire year, I'm just looking at playlist because I have to look and see, was probably Relidia, honestly. I had such a fun time with Relidia. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Other than that, like, if I look at some of the streams, not shorts, get out of here. Some of the, like, fried chicken game, I probably should have these, like, in a thing. I had some of the Lethal Company streams were pretty fun. I enjoyed some of the chaos. I liked Peak. We didn't play Peak that much. Relidia was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed Relidia a lot. A lot. So that would definitely be, like, the highlight of, like, all the playthroughs I've done for the year. It was good. All right, so let's talk about 2026 and kind of like a few things. I guess 2026 goals. I'm not gonna set a sub goal. I'm not gonna put any type of pressure on that. I do like seeing where I'm at now and where it's gonna be. Oh yeah, I take it back. I forgot about the Emerald Kazo video. Dude, that junk. I forgot that I actually released that. By the way, chat, that video was in the works for like 3 years. Not because of Akko, but I started to edit it and I just stopped. And yeah, I stopped editing it and I got Akko. I was like, hey, you want to work on this? So yeah, no sub goal, only Dom goals. Yeah, that's what we're going with this year. Honestly, these just stress me out more than anything at this point in time. So I really don't want to do that. I don't want to really pay too much attention to sub goals. Like I said, towards the end of last year, I was joking about the retirement arc. And it's more so just me kind of going with the flow more of like what it was before monetization, most likely. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about setting a goal. I probably should look at the Twitch follower count. Does anyone know how many followers I've got on Twitch? Twitch, Yolko Gaming. I don't know how many followers I've got. 155. I shorted myself. Bam. Last live 7 days ago. That's a lie. Maybe. I don't remember. Procrastination. Yeah. Yeah. Procrastination. So, all right, let's talk about collabs. Chat, I'm letting you guys know now, I personally will probably not do any collabs this year unless, well, okay, I take that back. I'm obviously doing the Egg Lock Cage Lock with Saren, January. After we do that, I'm probably not going to be doing any other collabs. At least I'm not going to be the one hosting them. So typically, and this isn't a shot at anyone or anything like that, collabs are very stressful to do. It's one reason why there hasn't been a Draft Lock Season 3, even though it was in the works at one point in time. It's a lot of work when you have multiple people to try to get everybody organized and to try to like find time for everyone to do things. Carrie, hello, welcome. But yeah, if I do any collabs, it's not going to be any that I host. And it's not, like I said, not any shade towards anyone or anything. I personally I've got a lot of stuff that I really would like to do this year. And collabing and streaming like 4 or 5 days takes a lot. Not flying out to Japan, I guess. No, I flew to Asia already this year. So next year I'm saving money. I am going to Miku Expo though, so that's Pog. But that's here, not in Japan. So yeah, there's not gonna be no hosted collabs besides Egg Lock Cage Lock. So, and even doing the Egg Lock Cage Lock has had a lot of like work put into it just in general. So yeah, I'm not really, if I do find like some freedom in the schedule, maybe I'll find something, but I wouldn't count on really any collabs. So Project Nova. All right, chat, it's time to talk about the good stuff. It's time to talk about the good stuff, baby. The stuff that I've worked hard for Also, I'm gonna hydrate. If you guys haven't hydrated, hydrate. Yes. So, Project Nova, it will release soon. I will let you guys know that right now, the only thing left to do is fuchsia gem. I spelled fuchsia wrong because it's like gem. I don't know how you spell fuchsia's gem. Fuchsia's gem. Let me do this. What's left? So Fuchsia's gym, cycling road, Erica's gym, test 2 scripts, add wild Pokemon to cycling road, and add wild Pokemon to Fuchsia. Hey, that's it, by the way. Oh, and clean up palette town dialogue, and add a handful of items places. So yeah. Also, I gotta fix like 3 tile scripts that I found, or 3 like tiles that I have somehow messed things up with. I don't remember that. Also, chat. So I have a secondary branch. I have a primary branch of Project Nova, and then I have a testing branch, effectively, so that way if I break something, it doesn't break the main branch. Apparently I deleted the Elite Four entrance. I don't know when I did this. I don't know if it's deleted in 1.21 because no one went that way. But yeah, I gotta make a warp there. This, honestly, this is almost done. I'm not gonna really talk about Fuchsia's Gym or anything like that. If you're wondering why there hasn't been dev streams, it's because we're at the point in the game where if I do anything, it's going to spoil stuff. So yeah, there's that. No dev streams cause spoilers. Yeah. But yeah, that's why. That's absolutely why. I did, so fun fact, chat, if you remember one of the earlier dev streams when I was making Erica's gym, I did rework her gym entirely. Oh, I also have to add 2 items. Add 2 items. But yeah, I did rework Erica's gym entirely. It's no longer the Lost Woods. It's actually a really, really cool puzzle. It's really funny to look back at version 1.2 and version 2, like where version 2's at, because it's a world of difference. It is a world of difference. I have kept so many things secret that no one knows about. There's one thing only Poketail knows about because of reasons, but other than that, like, no one is gonna see this coming. There's a lot of like story things that are cool, I think. So yeah, I'm really excited for 2.0 when it does release. I really want to try to get out soon, very, very soon. So yeah, I'm going to be working hard on this off stream whenever I have free time. And a lot of this stuff is just going to be, you know, going that way and seeing if it won't take long is what I'm getting at. So yeah, we will do some dev streams though we will do dev streams coming back to 2026 whenever version 2 releases and the story is done or done to that point. We will do some cleanups and some stuff like that. The thing is, map wise, after 2.0 releases, the only maps left to do is like the surfing routes, which they're just surfing routes. I don't think I'm going to change that much. And there's Cinnabar Resort specifically. So yeah, I've got to work on that, and also like Seafoam Island. I got to clean up that. Whoever needed Bruno anyways, yeah, that's true. I will say, and this is already in place. I have the Elite Four already set. I think the Elite Four is all new. There's not a single Elite Four from Fire Red, Leaf Green are in the Elite Four in Project Nova. And like I said, it's got a whole new story, an actual story, not just a difficulty hack. And that was, so, okay, this is one thing I want to talk about, is I do want to do more hacks with new stories for like Pokemon stuff. So Pokemon ROM hacks. Let's do Pokemon ROM hacks. Probably no straight difficulty hacks. Unless I see something that's just really interesting. I do have one. So in the Hexmaniacs Advance is you guys know, is the studio or the application I used to make in Project Nova. And I've actually been learning a lot in my time that I haven't streamed it, specifically with tiles and stuff like that. And someone had asked me to actually playtest the ROM hack, and that should be very soon. I want to do that. I want to playtest Poketail's ROM hack. I'm going to put Poketail's. Man, I cannot top Tails Yellow ROM hack because I haven't played Yellow in a while, and I don't know if they want me to say the name. Undisclosed ROM hack. But I do have those on the docket to play very soon. This one isn't a finished one yet, though, so it's not going to be... I don't know how long it'll be. I think they set up to 2 gems. I'll have to look at my messages to see. Poketails is done, except I think she said, like, Elite Four, or not Elite Four, post-game, but I don't do post-games, so... Huzzah. It's done to me. I do... Oh, I guess I can put Polished Crystal, maybe, up here. Chat, I cannot top. Maybe. Do you guys know if there's any other, like, ROM hacks that you guys want to see? Everything is done? Oh, cool. There is something cool now called the Hack Dex. Let me show it off. So, let me... You guys are going to see my... Oh, no, you're not. So, yeah, there is this. It's got a lot of ROM hacks on there. This is something new. And it's a new, like, way of getting ROM hacks and stuff like that. So, I do want to... I will upload Project Nova to this. But I will be looking at something. I was looking at one the other day that... let me go to View All here and go... I think it's on page 14. 13? Where is this? Where is it? Mockback Challenge, Azure Platinum. No, where is it? Oh, it's this. Pokemon Emerald Slide. I do think this would be really funny. So there's a lot of stuff. There's also Fire Red Slide. So yeah, I do want to do some of these things. I will upload Project Nova to this as well whenever it's done. How's it going? I'm yapping. I'm yapping about ROM hacks and Project Nova. Well, I'm pretty much done with Project Nova. Now I was asking if there's any ROM hacks people think I should play. So yeah. Also, Saren, hello. Also, Saren, Egglock this weekend. Well, not really the Egglock, but the draft this weekend should be fun. I did make a layout. It's the first layout I've made in a year, I think, which is pretty cool. So yeah, at least those. I do still kind of want to do Gaia Randomizer as 2, Gaia Randomizer, but we'll see on that end. I don't know how bad Gaia is to, like, do randomized. I remember when I first played through it a long time ago, I did have some deaths in that. Unfortunately, it was mainly because I was dumb. Hell yeah, I'm excited. I am too. I am too. Okay, Legends EA stuff. So, again, this isn't any spoilers. Don't spoil anything in chat either for anyone, please. But as you guys know, I really liked Legends EA's main story a lot. It's why I played it like, I don't know, 12 hours a day. The DLC has been a hot garbage mess in my mind, and I have not had a lot of fun with it. I do want to finish shiny hunting. I have 5 Pokemon left, 3 of them being related to Farfetch'd. Would you believe it? I have a Farfetch'd hole right there. I mean, not right there. You guys can't, I'm pointing, you guys can't see the point, but I do have a Farfetch'd zone. So, we will do that. I might even do it tomorrow. I don't know yet. We'll see how busy I am tomorrow. I might also just relax. But yeah, she had Deaths and Guy, the origin of Torterra's infinite Diablo loop started from somewhere. Yep, that is the one. That was the one where it died to like an ice punching Medicham or something. No, that was BDSP where it died to an Os punching Medicham. It was some Os move. So yeah, Legends EA. We'll finish shiny hunting Pokemon. I also will probably still shiny hunt the legendaries as well. Shiny hunt the legendaries available. Unless I find Rotom. Well, I guess I still need to get the other ones for the decks that you can hunt. Ice Beam Wish Cache. Yep, there it is. Classic. So, yeah, I will still probably shiny hunt the legendaries as well because I love the game. The game is so fun. But man, the RNG for the DLC is so brutal. It's really brutal. It takes a lot. Like if I do these, it's not going to be like how frequently like Scarlet and Violet shiny hunting is. As a matter of fact, once I do Farfetch'd, I might not even do the other ones on stream because it's just Thievul's line, and then I'm done. Okay, that's enough about Legends EA though. Zelda stuff. So yeah, Gigarando. I do still want to do this. I'll do Wind Waker or Minish Cap next year. It probably will be Wind Waker because I've already got the thumbnail for it. I just need to get Simu back up and working. So yeah, there's this, which is always nice. Shining some legendary since Wild Thing in current year. Yeah, it's too bad. It's only 5 of them. It is only 5 legendaries. And I have all 5 of them already shiny, but you know, it's just the difference of being able to shiny hunt legendaries. Also, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. So, okay, real quick, chat. I want to talk about merch. So, if you guys don't know, I did launch merch this year, and for those people that bought merch, thank you guys so much. I do have something I want to show off that I will be starting to launch next year. Let me go to fourth wall. I didn't spell fourth wall anywhere near where it was supposed to be. See, chat, a smart chatter would have this. Oh, what? No, get out of here. Uh-oh. Am I going to dox myself? No, because I'm that good. Chat, you guys didn't see anything. Fourth wall. Brother, I already am logged in. Stop asking me to log in. Dismiss. Okay. Let me go to products. I want to make sure I'm not doxing anything important. So, let me double check here. Yeah. New t-shirt design will be releasing on the 1st. If for those that can I zoom in? I can't zoom in. Anyways, get out of here. So yeah, we'll have this new t-shirt design. For those that are wondering, this was back in Tears of the Kingdom. I really enjoyed this artwork. I actually like this artwork a lot, and I didn't get to use it as much as I wanted to. So I'm putting it on a shirt. It'll cover the front. As you guys can see, here's like some pictures of some random dude. This is not what I look like. This is not me doxing myself. Nothing on the back though. So yeah, this will be available January 1st. I also have some other news related to merch. Very good. We also launched the pin set, the second series of the pins. So like the first set, once the second set will also be limited time. The first set you can't get anymore. Second set will also be a limited time as well. But let me put launching new shirt. Ari's human alter. No, in 2000 video game man. Yeah. I don't. It's good stuff. All right, chat. So let me talk about membership stuff because there's a lot changing in memberships. First things first, pricing. Not changing at all. So I don't want to change the pricing of my memberships. I've stated since day one, I like the tiers that I've got. However, it is very unbalanced for a lot of the tiers. If you guys know, not the cheapest tier, which is where most people are, and I have that tier, because, you know, it's 99 cents. It helps me out more than, you know, people can really think, even after YouTube takes a nice solid 30% of it. But I feel like I've always wanted to have a 99 cent tier. It's just like, some people can't afford a lot and they do want to show appreciation monetarily. Of course, people that can't afford monetization, like monetarily, please don't. I'm fine. But it does help out and all the stuff does go to the channel. And you guys are about to see one thing why I'm adding a few things here. So the current tiers are, chat, what are my membership tiers? I forget what they're called. I know what some of them are called. I just forget the other ones. So, okay. So we have trainer, gym, oh, sorry. It's ace trainer and then gym leader. And I'm going to talk about the perkies here. So, yeah, trainer, it was, you guys, pretty much, you got everything. If you picked the trainer, you got everything from the other tiers. And there wasn't a whole lot to, like, there wasn't a whole lot on that aspect of, like, the difference. So, right now, you got, like, of course, I'm just going to copy and paste this. This is what it shows for trainer. Can I, like, oops. I really don't want, okay, whatever. All right, so this is the trainer. Let me just delete some lines here, chat. So, I'll clean this up, I promise. So this is what you got for the trainers stuff. So you would get to see some of the early regional forms, the trainer's name in Pokemon randomizers. Even though I haven't done randomizer, actually, I just thought about this. Saren, if you're still here, the trainers are gonna have the randomization names for my members. Whoops, I forgot about that. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Discord channels, of course, locked only. Member only chat rooms. I still have yet to do this. Member shoutouts we did do for a while. And of course you get emotes. So now I know what you're thinking. That's a stacked tier, and you're like, yep, sure is. Let me show you what Ace Trainer gets, chat. And I promise, everything will be, I'll explain the changes here. Oops. So, priority reply to comments. I actually just reply to every comment. Early access to playtest the ROM hack. This was a thing that was happening. Everyone that was at least in this tier did get early access if they so choose to. And above, of course. And also, name added to ROM hack. That was the other thing that I do still actually have to program in a couple of them. And that in the early playtesters. And I did put name in the credits as well. But overall, not really a whole lot of things. And let me put this in here for the highest tier. And like I said, I'll go through and I'll tell you guys what's changing. And I'm going to put the cost on these. So, trainer, 0.99. Ace trainer is 2.99. Gym leader is 4.99. It's also the gifted one. Carrie is speaking gibberish. I don't know what that means. Gibberish. So, all right. So the gym leader tier did get access to the beta way earlier than everyone else, even earlier. It got access same time as the playtesters did. There hasn't been an early merch design other than just now. Sorry, my keyboard sounds fun. Interesting. Members only live chats. I didn't do a single live members only stream. So let me talk about what's changing. Not a whole lot, but enough of something. So one idea that I've had for a while, and this is getting added to the Ace Trainer tier, is wallpapers. My plan for this year is 6 wallpapers, computer wallpapers, so that way you guys can see, like, that way you guys can download the wallpapers. I have 3 of them already done, at least, and I will be releasing them throughout the time. So the first one is releasing in January. I am going to show it off here in a minute once I finish. Actually, I guess I can show it off now. So wallpapers, I'm going to put new. So this is something new that's coming to this tier. Like I said, depending on well it goes, I will maybe bump it up to 12 wallpapers a year, 1 for every month. But right now, as it stands, it's going to be 1 every other month. 1 every other month. And it will be new art. So let me show this off real quick. I gotta, let me, one sec, chat. I gotta, oh wait, I'm sweating. Chat. I forgot the toggles. Uh-oh. I've broken everything. Chat, if you ever wonder what it's like being a VTuber, it's this. There's that one. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Nope. There we go. Fixed it. Sweaty gamer, yeah. All right, so wallpapers are the first thing. So let me, I don't think, yeah. All right, so the first wallpaper, I guess I could probably just show the wallpaper design itself. I actually have it on mine. You'll notice a certain little fox. I did see the new Pokemon short. I should talk about those. Let me do this because it'll be easier to do it this way. So the new wallpaper, to celebrate the New Year's, you might notice a stinky fox there. This stinky fox was actually, fun story, Carrie was the first collab partner I did with someone that I didn't actually know. The first collab partner was Inu and them, but I had already known them for a while. So yeah, the first one is of Carrie. Yeah, I'm exploiting you at the moment. So yeah, it's a Happy New Year's wallpaper. This will launch tomorrow. Literally, I'll have it set to public. And a file to download these. So yeah, I do only plan on keeping each year. I will separate it by year. So that way I don't take up all my Google storage space. But yeah, this is the first one. I enjoyed it a lot. This is made by Plurp. Let me pull up his stuff real quick. Give me a second, chat. Twitter, Plurp. So Plurp has actually done some work beforehand with me. This is Plurp's profile here. Definitely go give him a follow if you're on Twitter, on the good old XE. But yeah, wallpapers will be coming. I thought it was very fitting to have Carrie as the first one. Like I said, because of her being the first collab partner I had, that was someone that I didn't actually know. The other thing about gym leaders, so that's like all that's really getting added there. But for the gym leader tier, I have effectively got it to where members in that tier will get 8% off all merch. So if you think about it, this tier now kind of pays for itself if you want to buy a bunch of merch. So yeah, and that applies. Oh god, what was this one for? Nope. There we go. This tier, it pays for itself. So I should probably put a new t-shirt this on. So I'm really, wait, chat, where did, oh, there we go. New t-shirt design. So I'm really excited about these. I'm glad 8% is, I feel like 8% is a good chunk off. I wanted to do more, but I already don't make hardly anything off merch to begin with. But hopefully this kind of helps out. I know financial wise, this year it's pretty rough for a lot of people. Next year is also going to be kind of rough financially. So any little bit of cheapness I can do would help. So, but these, because of the wallpapers costing actual money, and and as frequently as they are, I feel I couldn't put it in the 99 cents tier, and I hope people understand that. So yeah, that's why it's in the $3 tier or $2.99. So if you feel like getting some wallpapers, feel free to do that. Again, at the end of the year, I will swap over. I won't keep these wallpapers are only going to be for this year. So, and it's mainly so that way I don't fill up my hard drives, and then they're getting archived, and the next year will be a next set. So yeah, that's how that is. Again, I appreciate anyone that is a member, and these are just some more perks that I wanted to add for you guys. And it's the least I can do, especially with this year being as rough as it was just in general for me. And like I said, I genuinely appreciate everybody. I really do, especially everybody that's stuck around. Next year, it's hard to believe, but next year will be what, my 7th year streaming? 7th or 8th? I forgot how long it's been. But yeah, 7th or 8th year streaming, which is wild to think. Very, very wild. So those are the big things that are changing. Oh, I actually I meant to talk about this. So other things that are changing on the channel. So you guys know I've been primarily Pokemon focused. With specifically like ROM hacks and fan games and Nuzlocke. I kind of want to venture out a little bit more from just Pokemon stuff. Again, a lot of it is because I feel like the ROM hack scene hasn't been too crazy recently. There are cool ROM hacks being made, but a lot of them are also like just high difficulty hacks. And I don't want to say high difficulty hacks are lazy, because they're absolutely not. As someone that was originally going to do one, they also take a tremendous amount of work. And the big thing is, because of there not being that many like ROM hacks that are new, like with a fresh story or something new that intrigues me, at least that I've found, I do kind of want to do some more like RPG focused things. So a couple things that I've thought about a little bit maybe doing is Octopath series. Maybe this. It's gonna be I want to do some more like RPGs. Maybe Octopath. The Legend of Heroes series. So I actually really love the Legend of Heroes series. I play a lot. I've actually played them all at this point in time that have released. So I kind of want to stream them, but at the same time, there's a couple things, chat, I want your all's opinions on. So if I did stream these, I already know what happens, and they are kind of lengthy. So like, is that something you guys would be interested in? They are really good story-wise, and they give you a good head scratcher, but it would be like New Game Plus stuff. So the combat in it would be like me kind of blowing through it, but also like it would be hard to have like a shock factor because I already know what's gonna happen. So what do you guys think about that? Like, I like seeing new stuff. Like, I've never seen them before, so I wouldn't have an issue with it. So you guys would be okay watching it even if I have played it. Okay. The series is really fun. Like I said, it would give us a lot of content because there's so many of them at this point. New G Plus. So yeah, that's fun. Another like RPG series that I have that I thought would be kind of fun to play as well is what's the name of it? Chat, why am I blanking on the name? Literally, do I have Steam? Am I gonna dox myself? One sec, chat. Sorry, you guys are getting your access revoked. Okay, I'm not. I am just stupid. Alright, so another one is the Lunar Remastered series. I actually already own them. I have not played them, but they're apparently really good. So I was thinking about maybe like some of these. This one, Octopath, I'm a little more questionable on, but I definitely feel like these two would be really good. I might do Lunar first, Or maybe I'll do Legend of Heroes and then do Lunar to like break it up. Something along those lines. Was there any like RPGs? Like, is there anything, chat? Okay, fan suggestions. All right, chat. Is there, I'm gonna hydrate real quick, because I've been yapping a lot. Is there any like games you guys would want to see? It doesn't have to be Pokemon stuff. Of course, Pokemon stuff is always cool, but is there anything you guys would like to see or have any interest in that you guys can think of? Because there's a lot of games like this game, like this series was introduced to me and I really enjoyed it. But it was something I had never heard of until till a friend told me about it. Here with new game releases outside the obvious big ones. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be a new game. It could be an old game. This one is pretty old. Relevant off the top of my head. Okay. If you guys think of anything, just let me know and I might add it to the thing. So I feel like I also spelled Octopath wrong, I'm pretty sure. Octopath, whatever. Yeah, I feel like having some different like RPGs would kind of mix things up. The other thing, that I want to talk about, videos, regular ass videos. So over the last couple of years, Akko has actually been working really hard on editing a live stream series down to video series was like, let me hide this again just to make sure. Chat, I gotta make sure I don't like, dox myself. You gotta make sure I don't doxy. Do the good old doxy. I don't want to Google doxy. I don't want to say what the series is. There is currently, though, I will tell you how many episodes. He's not done with it. I don't know. Akko, if you're still here, how many streams are left to edit? It can't be that much more. Oh, I'm Blanche. So he's edited 21 videos worth of content. So I will be uploading that at some point when it's finished. Go watch games. They're just not too relevant. Modern media, sadly, like the anime. I'll take it. You know what? Fan suggestions. Okay, watch. I assume that's 3DS or they're on the 3DS. Edited down live stream series. I do want to do that. The other thing is I actually had a lot of fun with scripting some of the Legends EA videos as well, and I want to do more scripted stuff like I did with Legends ZA. And one of those, I'm gonna put a little tab here, is, so as you guys know, Game Freak had a huge Terra leak drop, 2 of them as a matter of fact, and I kind of want to like cover some of the leak ideas and like what they could be. Cover some of the Terra leak stuff. Of course, I would obviously make sure you guys knew it would be spoilers, and I wouldn't do spoilers in the thumbnails, but I feel like that could be fun, like a little scripted stuff, some of that. I also would like to look at some more stuff for Legends EA when it comes to like what has changed. Because Legends EA was obviously in there, and I watched a video on it, and I watched a video of like the early builds, and I thought that the video was fascinating, the early builds from Legends EA to the current build. And I think it'd be fun to make some videos about that as well. Let me put this, Legends ZA early builds, stuff like that. Just like some random things like this. I do want to do more of these type of videos in general, because like I said, I had a lot of fun doing the ones I did this time. The Emerald Kazo video was a lot of fun. I wouldn't mind doing another one of those videos. I would have to think of another video style that would fit that type of deal, because Emerald Kazo is a very like story based, like it's like a challenge, it's like a journey. When you do Emerald Kazo, you do a journey. So yeah, I do want to do some of that stuff as well. Streaming stuff. All right, so streams, right? Let's talk about stream content, or stream, like what my thoughts are on streaming at the moment. So currently, chat, we stream to YouTube Shorts, and Twitch. So I do want to still kind of stream to all of those platforms. The one problem that I've got is with Twitch. So I am very picky. I don't know if you guys know this. I ask a lot about like video quality and just in general trying to be like, hey, is the video good? Is the stream good? Because I'm very like, you know, I want my streams to be really like high quality. It's one reason why I got a 5080 to do AV1 encoding. Twitch does not support AV1 encoding for whatever stupid reason. So also the last time I tried to stream to Twitch, it literally just didn't work. But that could be a stream key. That could be as simple as a stream key just needing to be fixed. I need to look at it. So Twitch is kind of like sus at the moment. YouTube, normal streams. Yes. YouTube shorts. Also, yes, because it takes me 0 effort to do them. Yes, / sometimes. The other thing is I might try to start streaming on TikTok using the virtual camera. I'm not worried about encoder overloads or anything like that anymore, specifically because of the PC upgrades that I did get this year. It should be more than enough to handle all the things. Mayhaps. So this one might be a mayhaps. I need to set it up. The only thing with TikTok is you have to use their stupid studio, and I hate using it, but it is what it is on that end. And when it comes to scheduling, so, all right, I'm tired of listening to Hotel Z music. One sec, chat. 1 second. This is the wrong one. Yeah, we'll listen to this. We'll listen to some Melloetta. So schedule for the stream. So I really asked every farm for new PC parts. I got my PC parts before everything decided to jump to $5,000. By the way, chat, 5090s now, apparently they're going to go up to $5,000, so that's fun. Schedule-wise. So, let me scroll down here. You guys know I was streaming. It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and now I've kind of just gone to like Tuesday, Wednesday, sometimes Friday, sometimes Saturday. I really feel like 3 days is really good. 3-day stream schedule. That way I have time to rest. Abe, hello, welcome. That way I have time to rest mainly for this. Which is the biggest thing, the biggest reason, like I said. The other thing is that gives me time to work on videos and scripts and just gives me a little more time for that. And what I was thinking is currently, like Tuesday, Wednesday, like hour half streams. But like the Friday, Saturday, like do like longer streams, because obviously I'm used to doing like from where I do OOT Rando, I do, you know, like 7-hour long streams, so that wouldn't bother me at all if we do that. But I'm thinking something like this for like schedule moving forward, and sometimes like just doing 2 streams, just that way I have ample time to recuperate, because like I said, between work and also YouTube, it just gets tiring, and that way I get proper rest, a good chunk of rest. So, and that way we can relegate like these 2 like longer things. Which, speaking of longer streams, I don't know if Saren's still here. We need to figure out how long we're streaming for the egg lock. But yeah, that's like kind of what I feel like for the stream stuff. Obviously, this will change depending on like holidays and stuff like this. Like tomorrow, I'm off all day, so it's very possible I do stream tomorrow. And tomorrow we might just do like some shiny hunting stuff, because I do want to get. I have a Latios spawn. I do want to do that, and I do want to get Farfetch'd. But I want to do Farfetch'd before Latios. So, what are you guys thinking about a 3-day stream schedule? You guys okay with that if I cut back on streams a little bit for like videos? like 2-3 day. I guess I should put like hybrid for like 2-3 days, honestly. I know it's not that often streaming, or not as often as what it has been in the past, but at the same time, it gives me ample time to rest. And also it gives me ample time to work on Project Nova, like doing scripting, because the scripting stuff, the scripts that I've got left to do, where is it? The scripts are going to take, one of these scripts is a really long one, because I have to actually write it. I haven't wrote it. Lesser streams for it, since the less you have to do. Yeah, it is the less I have to do. Also, I still want to, I didn't do this like I said I was going to over my hiatus. This song is quite loud. There we go. I'm glad it wasn't just me. Let me turn it up just a little bit. I do have to write one script for, and it's going to be a very lengthy script, but it'll be a cool script for Project Nova. So that way it gives me time to work on these. Obviously, if we did these RPG series, I would do, I know Bio, you were here at the time. You might be the only one here in chat right now that was here at this point, but I used to have specific days set to do certain things. So I do like Raidcast on Monday and something on Tuesday and blah, 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 blah. I would definitely reserve the RPG stuff to the weekends, like Saturdays. Just so that way, because they're longer, that way I can get more of them done. So yeah, I do think the 2-3 day schedule is like a good schedule to get, and that way I have time, like I said, to work on Project Nova. That way I get rest as well and take care of like Ari. As you guys know, I have an axolotl who right now is tubbed because the tank cycle crashed. Always causing me troubles, SMH. In all seriousness, though, I love her to death. But, yeah, I think that works out pretty well, all things considered. So, and yeah, I do, like what I was saying earlier, I do want to, I want to also rework some of the thumbnails and videos and stuff from like older stuff, just to clean up, because some of these are really bad. I know in particular the Raidcast stuff, like, let me show you guys real quick. Content playlist. Raidcast will be a whole thing. Raidcast will be a lot. Oh, chat, I forgot about Echoes of Wisdom in 2024. That counts as a Pokemon thing. Hang on. Chat, I don't know where my Raidcast playlist is. It's somewhere in here. I just saw it like 2 minutes ago. Grand Coliseum. Oh. Just to show it off, this isn't doxing me or anything like this that I know of. This was... I don't want to listen to myself, thank you. This was the thumbnail for it, and as you can see, there's nothing here. And it's like that for a fat minute. So I want to like redo a lot of these type deals. And that'll just take time, although I might do some of that stuff on stream. So that's where we're at in 2026. I think it'll be a good year. Like I said, I'm feeling better about like my content, and just in general, having more rest and not overworking myself will help out a lot. Now then, chat, that's my presentation on everything. I hope you guys are ready for your test. Are you guys ready for the test in general? I hope you guys are. I hope you guys are ready for your test. So first things first, chat. First things first. What is the best Pokemon? Go. And anyone that answers it wrong gets a 700-hour timeout. So, you know, there's that. In all seriousness, though, I do hope 2026 is good. Bulbasaur. Ivy caught it. For that, 200 points. Oh, that's something else. I really haven't been messing with the point system a whole lot. For most stuff you just said yourself. Look, I have Notepad++. I can tell you my 2023 goals. Because, well, like, you know, I have it on Notepad++. I'm cheating. I have the answers on Notepad++. Delphosaur? Get out of here. Oh, but yeah, chat, do you guys have any questions? Do you guys want me to answer anything? I figured we could go for like another, like, a little bit. I'm not gonna shiny hunt because I'm lazy and I don't want to turn on my Switch. Also, my controller's dead. And yeah, there's yapping. Also, yeah, I'm really excited for these wallpapers. I hope people sign up to pay for them. Least favorite game of all time? Oh, that's a good one. My least favorite game of this year? One sec, I will absolutely tell you. I just need to pull up Studio so I can remember everything that I've done. Let's see, Fried Chicken Gang stuff. Oh, I can look at this. Is there anything in here? Oh, I wanted to do more Mario Party stuff. We didn't do Mario Party any this year. Also, I'm pretty sure it's missing content in that folder. Apollo, Relidia, Myth, KP. Honestly, it was probably, if I had to think of just a stab in the dark here, besides the DLC for Legend ZA, it honestly was Legend ZA DLC, like, just in general for this year. Wait, you said of all time. I'm dumb. My least favorite game of all time? I don't know if I have a least favorite game of all time. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Man, I don't know what would be... Like, part of me wants to say it's probably... it's actually in the Legend of Heroes series. It might be Daybreak 2, which is, like, so far down the line, but it's really rough. But I will also say what my least favorite video series I did this year is, because I'm a baller like that. My least favorite, it would either be the second half of Apollo that was really tedious. Pokemon Myth also could be there. Actually, I don't mind Myth that much. It's probably, it would be, other than the DLC, it would probably be Apollo. Also, like, it coming from Relidia, like, the hype from Relidia was just so good. Also, excuse me, chat. I'm definitely missing some streams. Not really missing them, but where they're not in playlist. I was trying to look and see if there was anything else. I can say also, this one, I will say the least, like, other than playlist, like, probably one of my least favorite streams we did this year in general, and, this isn't a shot to anyone at all, might actually be the Golf with Friends stream that we did not even that long ago. I don't know if you guys noticed, I wasn't having that much fun with it towards the end. And not because of any specific person, I don't know if it was like my mood or what, I just didn't have that much fun with it. So yeah. Yeah, I think that would have to be it. The Crystal Clear Soul Link would be really, really... Chat, if you guys haven't watched mine and Aaron's Crystal Clear Soul Link, you absolutely need to do that. Also, I forgot how scuffed this year was. I keep a lot of test streams in general. Like when I do tests and stuff like that. And yeah, there was a lot of them. It was so sad. The Crystal Clear streams. Crystal Clear was so fun, but it was such a disaster. It was such a disaster. Man, maybe I want to make a, you know what? I might make a video of Crystal Clear just because it was really funny. I want to make video of Crystal Clear. Make video of Aaron and my Crystal Clear. Chat, I'm write that down. Write that down. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with Crystal Clear. I had a lot of fun with that. That actually I think was the only like. Well, I guess. Yeah, no, never mind. Also, chat, I really can't believe we didn't do a single Nuzlocke this year. But it is what it is. And like I said, I do want to play more ROM hacks and stuff like that. And if anyone does have suggestions, Discord me, ping me, message me, call me on my cell phone. My number is 67. That's just the number, is 67. Coolio. Excuse me. But yeah, Crystal Clear something, but only when the game isn't broken. 5-minute link video. Yeah, it's, to be fair, I do want to preface that it's not the dev's fault. And even in the documentation, it's like, hey, don't mod this game. Well, hey, guess what? I did. And yeah, it was a mistake. It was a funny mistake though. But yeah, I do want to do more fan games. I do want to do more ROM hacks. Pokemon stuff's not going away at all. I do still love Pokemon. There definitely was a period of burnout though, for sure. I don't doubt that. Yeah. So. And yeah, like I said, I want to. Also, I do want in 2026 to focus a lot of time on Project Nova. I have really big ambitions for Project Nova. And yeah, I think it'll be really cool when it's done. Everything's when it's all said and done. So I want to focus a lot on that. So cool. Well, chat, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Genuinely, thank you guys so much for supporting me this year. Like I said, I know my content's been kind of a mess. Also, perfect music. How I know looking for footprints would turn backpacks into cosmic singularities. Yep. Oh, I forgot about that whole footprint thing. What was it? It was like deleting. It was deleting something. I don't remember what it deleted. It deleted rare candies at some point in time. I remember figuring that out. And then I remember Aaron like walking through like water. Man, I need to rewatch that. That might have been like one of my favorite like playthroughs we did this year, just because how stupid it was with everything. But yeah, in all seriousness, I genuinely thank you guys so much for supporting me. Anyone that's subscribed, followed, became a member, all that stuff really, really does help out a lot. It helps offset a lot of the streaming cost. If you're not a member, consider becoming one. You can do it for 99 cents. Like I said, new merch will be dropping tomorrow as well. If you are in the Gym Leader membership, you get 8% off now. And also, if you are in the Ace Trainer tier, you get free wallpaper. Well, I guess it's technically not free, but you get wallpaper. And I know Plurp worked hard, and Lewin has worked hard on some. So, but yeah, I genuinely appreciate it a lot. Really, you guys mean the world to me. Looking at Footprint, added a new key item that calls it back. Oh yeah, that's what it was. And then where we fold apart. Yeah, man, I should make a video of how much I could break Crystal Clear by putting in cheats. That's what I should do. That is absolutely what I should do. So, all right. Well, chat, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to make some dinner. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you guys for supporting me through, I would argue, probably the worst year of YouTube for me. And I'm here to stay. I'm not going to work. I'm not going away. You can't get rid of me that easy. You can't get rid of me. And hopefully 3.0 does come out. I don't want to make any promises. We'll see on that end. But yes, I'm going to get out of here. You guys rock. remember 6-7, also D's nuts. What's another funny thing? Oh yeah, like and subscribe. Happy New Year's. My model's asleep. What? Wake up me. Anyways, poppers, like New Year's poppers. Boom. So, but yeah, I'll see you guys next year. Goodbye. Actually, this song kind of slaps, I'll be honest. Unrelated. All right, I'll see you guys next year.